And for those of you listening from parts of River State, it is my pleasure, always my pleasure having you on the other side of the radio. It's time for us to talk for development, you and I. Remember, this is Hard Facts, right? And I am Kalada Kurubatabo. You can watch us live on Facebook, Nigeria Info PH. We're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info PH. And we are active on X and also interactive as well, Nigeria Info PH. As it is our custom, we would start with the big stories this hour. The 4 o'clock hour, I would bring your way topical issue, something trending right now, and we'll talk about it. The 5 o'clock hour, same topical, another topical issue, and we would have guests for both conversations. The 6 o'clock hour will be time for open season, where we do a round off of or a wrapping up of the show. And of course, we'll say our goodbyes so we can reconvene again next week. I hope you're ready, ready to give me your opinions, because that's how the show works, right? Okay, so we would start with the big stories right now. But before I do that, remember at the top of each hour, we have a news bulletin. We start with the business update, the news update, and then the major news at 6. Okay, all right, let's get down to business. My first big story for today, quite an interesting one. I did see a report on one of the newspaper front page, and the story, my goodness, PDP reps allege Ploy to reintegrate Amaewhule-led lawmakers into the PDP. So you might have seen that news item, right? Where the PDP reps, or the PDP caucus in the House of Representatives, are saying there is the plan by the PDP national chairman, Damagum, to reintegrate the Martin Amaewhule-led assembly back to the PDP. Now remember, we have been talking about this since December, thereabout, when there was that defection, and about 27 of them were reported to have moved from the PDP to the APC in River State. But now there is the talk that because of Section 109, so we all lawyers these days. So because of that, there is the allegation that there is a ploy, there is a move to, take the 27 lawmakers back to the PDP. I'd like to get your thoughts on that one. Because we've heard several lawyers come on the show to explain that it doesn't really matter whether they go back or not. What has been done has been done. They flouted the law, and so they would have to pay for it. But we've had some other people argue that the process was not done the right way, that if you want to resign your party at the legislative arm of government, you would have to write to the clerk of the assembly, and that's not what they have done. That did anybody see any letter? Some people would ask, did anybody see? But anyways, that's what we are getting to hear right now. And the person who's pushing the narrative is Honorable Ugochinyere, and he's saying that there is a ploy, there is a move. And I wonder what you're thinking about that one. Let's quickly touch the next big story. And the next big story has got to do with APC Rivers urging Wike to join. You heard me right. The APC in River State. I think there was a mean rally yesterday, showing solidarity, support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And in that rally, the APC acting chairman in River State, did make a statement, said that the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, should join the APC, as it will be better for the APC in the state. I'm not talking very much. I don't have much to say as relates to the big stories. I'm just going to rule them out and allow you air your views on the issues on the review. But to my final big story, yesterday we talked about it. We pointed out that ministers are given scorecards of their performances as it relates to Tinubu's 1 year in office, and about 6 ministers yesterday gave their scorecards, and the summary of what they said was that the Tinubu's administration is doing so well. Yes, that there is a harvest of unprecedented achievements. I didn't say it though. I did not say it, but that's what was reported as seen on the Guardian newspaper. that yes, that the Tinubu's administration has achieved so much that there is a harvest of unprecedented achievements. So I'm going to read from the Guardian newspaper right now so we can get an insight into what this conversation is about, this particular big story. So reading from the Vanguard with the caption, ministers give Tinubu pass mark amid rising inflation, subsidies and insecurity. Now, despite the wobbling state of the nation's economy, rising inflation and cost of living, as well as the depreciation of the naira, ministers across different sectors of the nation's economy yesterday in Abuja gave themselves a huge pass mark and rated the performance of President Bola Tinubu's administration in the last 1 year as high. All right. Now, as the ministers converge to account for their stewardship across several ministries as a build-up to the first anniversary of the Tinubu administration, issues surrounding the continuous payment of subsidy on premium motor spirit as well as the low oil production, which has starved local refineries in the country, became a key highlight when the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Allege, denied knowledge of the issue. Now, though President Tinubu halted subsidies on petrol a year ago, The Guardian reported that the country has been paying nearly 1 trillion naira monthly on subsidy, even as traders supplying products to Nigeria are being owed about 3 billion naira. With low oil production, which has also plunged the economy into a foreign exchange crisis, Allege said he does not know that the Dangote refinery is importing crude oil from America. You heard me right. And then the article goes on to say, although Nigeria produces one of the lightest and most environmentally friendly crude oil in the world, local refineries, especially Dangote refinery, according to Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, imported over 7 million barrels of West Texas Intermediate as of March this year. NUPI receives directly under the watch of Tinubu, who doubles as petroleum minister, and Allege. Now, the 6 cabinet members who presented the scorecard of the president described the first year in office as not only eventful, but also a harvest of unprecedented achievements. The ministers who featured in the first phase of the ministerial press briefing insisted that if the government continues at the speed it is moving, Nigerians would in no distant time begin to enjoy a good life. You heard me right? Yeah, that's what it's written there. Now, ministers of the Federal Capital Territory, Youth and Sports Development, Steel Development, Solid Mineral, Petroleum Resources and Defense took their turns to brief the media on the activities in the last one. You know, if you want to get what they said extensively, go to the Guardian newspaper, read that article, and you get to understand why this story made it to the big 3 stories for today. But you know, basically, summarily, what they're trying to say is that, you know, President Tinubu's excellence, he has done so well that, you know, we need to give it time for us to appreciate what the president has done for us. He's done so much for us. We cannot tell it all. I'm serious. We cannot tell it all. Anyway, I'm going to open the phone lines. I'm going to open the phone lines shortly. When I do, I think there's a commercial break coming up. But when I come out from the commercial break, I would play the sound bite as it relates to the APC, you know, asking the FCT Minister, His Excellency Yesom Wike, to join the party here in Rivers State. They said that he did very well working for the APC during the presidential election, and it is time for him, you know, to join the party, as he would be very much appreciated and he would be very much useful in the APC. Okay, so I'm just beating time right now because I do have a commercial in about 2 minutes time. But while I'm waiting, I just do some messages on WhatsApp, and this one says, good afternoon, Chief K. This news happened last week, which PDP publicity secretary have debunked the news, and same time said without mincing words that the 27 former House members have lost their seat. Kelechi K. Onwibiko. But Kelechi, you know that when politicians begin to shout, begin to cry, something is happening. Something is happening from somewhere. And I mean, these are not just ordinary politicians. These are representatives, members of the House of Representatives. So they may have information, pieces of information that you and I do not have, right? This says, good afternoon, Mr. Kalada. PDP will soon cease to exist as a political party. They have allowed one man to overshadow the medium. Welcome back. I'll take your calls to stations.
In a world where wildflowers only bloom for a few to see, you have
Hard facts. All right, it's time for me to open the phone lines. Time for me to get your thoughts on the big three stories as we have reeled out on the show this afternoon. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. Yeah, so whichever of the conversations that you want to comment on, now is the time. Remember the rules. You have to be civil. You have to remember it's a conversation for development, and we're not here, to talk destruction or to malign anybody's image or attack anybody's personality. So remember the rules, or else I'll have to quote you off, right? All right, I've got Cookie Gam, and Cookie Gam is calling from Rumolumeni. All right, Cookie Gam, what is on your mind? I would like to hear from
you. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Kalada, let me just say 1 minute and run three big stories. Kalada.
All right then.
I've not eaten since morning till now. I don't have to afford a rubber carry for 4,500. A rubber of plastic 8,000 naira. A rubber of 7,500 naira. Is it coming that is good? Kalada, I'm telling you, I not even take my dinner last night, and this is almost 4 again. I've not taken my breakfast and my lunch. In this
are you fasting, Cookie Gam? Because you sound like someone who is on a spiritual journey.
Sometimes I'm not taking my. I'm not taking my breakfast. I talk to you that this is almost going to dinner. In a comment that you say the comment has done well. No problem, Canada. No problem. Let everybody say the truth from it. Let us say the truth to my mind. Know that this comment has done well because people are dying on hunger on daily basis. But my major concern is the continuous statement that if people want to pass through to come back to PDP. Canada is the old story now. The old story. All of us know that these guys want to come back because they misfired. Because they never knew it would happen like this. They thought they can maneuver to remember. They know that it happen like this. So, Canada, the plan, I know that this guy, the PDP national chairman, is asking to bring them back through back door. We know that it's the old story. So, but what to test Nigerians for this one and the law for this, I want to see what happens. And this case is a best case. That's the for my friend, people say, when we get to come to AP. Yesterday, I was laughing when I was listening to my friend, Kocha. He was attacked yesterday. I laugh at him. Because Tinubu has to talk about that. Tinubu is the best of what happened to Nigeria in River State. So, River State is the state that I'm not saying that happened to River State, except what the government is doing now for APC.
All right. Cookie Gam, I've got to go. All right. All right, Cookie Gam, I've got to go, but thank you very much for your time. I've got Isaac. Oh my, I missed that one. Isaac, can please do call back if you can. But let's take a listen to Ibiso. Ibiso, why do you like to send long voice notes?
Kalanda, good afternoon. Thank God it's Friday. Your big story. PDP. Acting National Chairman want to bring back the assembly members. PDP. I laugh. They've defeated. The law must take its place. What news? One of the video where they wrote letter and say they are defeating. And secondly, Tinubu welcomed them to APC at Polo Club, Port Harcourt. They come out at the front of the assembly, even whole APC flag, and defer to APC. That time they don't know that what they are doing is wrong. We are waiting for the court to decide. Now, Tinubu asking Wike to join APC. That one is old story now. Tete Wike is in APC, one leg in APC. In fact, that day that they received the APC members at Polo Club, that day he's supposed to join, but the way Tinubu fine-tune him that the crowd will be much. The crowd was just few, so the man refused to join. So I think they are looking for a way to bring more crowd. 1 million march for Tinubu. Picture that we saw in different social media is up to 1 million. I think there is the acting chairman and the Rivers rep in NDC is doing his own bid to get more money, because by doing so, politicians that like.
All right, I would have to stop you there, Ibiso, so we can take calls. I've got Frank from D-Line. Frank, welcome. What is on your mind? I like to hear from you. Mr. Batomo. Yeah, I greet you. Welcome. What is on your mind?
React on the comment made by the Honorable Gotini. I want to tell Rivers people this afternoon that let them disregard the comment of Gotini, because I don't think that Gotini is correct for what he has just said. Because the national chairman have not said anything, even in the national television or in the newspaper. So where does Gotini got his own information?
No. He said Frank.
Focus on his constituency in Imo State.
Frank, all right. Thank you very much, Frank. Obed from Port Harcourt, welcome. In your mind, I'd like to hear from you, Obed.
Good afternoon, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Saying president, I think it's unfortunate. I think the president has done was to appoint those ministers. So I think the president has been good to them and their family, not for the whole Nigeria. However, if you look at the current state of this nation, I don't think any person will open mouth and said that the president is doing well. Why is he doing well?
All right.
You understand? If you're doing well, let in the life of an average Nigerian. But what can you see right now? Instead of you to come out and tell us your plan and what you have done so far, you're singing praises to the president. The president has done nothing. He came and ever since, Nigerians have been suffering. Right now, we don't know how much is fuel. You understand? There's high cost of food. In fact, we are right now in hyperinflation. So if any minister is trying to praise the president, he should talk for himself and not for the entire Nigeria, because Nigerians are suffering in penury.
All right.
Then on issue of Tony Okocha with the men match, I think it's unfortunate. Right now, other states have moved in governance. Tony Okocha is organizing rally for the president. How many times did the state of the president? How many times do they organize a rally for the president for 100-man march, or 1 million man march? How many?
All right.
How many times?
All right.
None.
All right.
But you are coming out to play politics. A man who has been nominated to represent Rivers State. Just take a look at Mpolu and Rumibo Road. How that road is.
All
so
right.
the coach is doing nothing other than playing politics. But we whatever be the anti. Rivers will are aware and will continue to support this governor. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Obed. Now, for those of you wondering what Ugochiri is trying to say, Ugochiri said that the PDP, under the leadership of the Magan, went to court to file a suit opposing the prayers to declare the seats of the 27 lawmakers from Rivers State who defected to the APC vacant on the ground that it was only the party that could determine who its members are. So you see, that's what he meant by they're using the back door to try to bring in or to reintegrate the 27 lawmakers. Dede from Duke. Dede, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
I greet you, my brother.
I greet you as well. I greet you. Welcome.
From what the caretaker chairman of APC said so far and the 1 million march, I think for me, it's very unfortunate that Nigerians are crying and individuals are busy playing politics with the rights of the people. And they politicize the rights of the people. Very, very unfortunate. Because the last time I checked, we are done with politics. 2 million man march for whatever reason. I don't know why or who draws this thing. That things are bad. People are not working things out. Dollar is 1,500 and there is nowhere that the foodstuffs are coming down. Transportations are not coming down. The refineries that they promise, nothing is coming down. Just because it is good with them and their friends. They are imposing their own goods to the masses. It doesn't work. My prayer is that let us of these people planning to come back to PDP through back door. It is very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. You cannot eat your cake and have it.
All right.
I think they were jubilating that they were doing the governor. It's very unfortunate that even Nigeria Info, it's like Nigeria Info is playing the devil's advocate.
Okay.
As in, when you play much of these, what do you call them, opposition, and you now play little of the governance. I want you to focus on Fubara well, because Fubara means well for everybody. For me, as an individual, I'm seeing it that we are free from captivity, not just political captivity.
All right,
when one person is being autocratic, a dictator who wants to determine how you sleep in and out, your freedom, and somebody is being compelled, that as in you must take oath or you must make some sacrifices.
I've got to go.
I love the way.
All right, we get your point. Politics. All right then. Thank you very much, Barry from Rumola. Welcome, Barry. What is on your mind? Like, yeah.
So this is my advice to sinful brothers. You should not let the mistake of the mayor repeat for the time. If he has to bribe the entire state,
when you say he has to bribe,
he has to bribe the entire state,
that's an illegality, Barry. Okay.
The one they are doing from the last side, they coming back to PDP through the back door. Is that illegal?
But bribery is it's something that is stated in the Constitution as illegal, this as a crime.
That's advice to the governor.
Okay. I mean,
that's advice to the governor. That's number one. Number two.
Okay.
I want to appeal to the guys who claim that Tinubu has done so well to travel to their villages and see how people are suffering. I'm not saying Tinubu has not done well. His time is his best, but people are suffering. Our naira is completely useless now. It's completely useless.
You can't say completely. It's not doing great, but it's not completely. No, but Barry, we're constructive on the show. We don't use such languages. You know.
That is the truth.
All right. Then.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Barry. I've got to let you go at this point. I've got Daniel from Imo Gate. Daniel, welcome. What is on your mind? Please tell me.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Man of the people you are indeed.
I greet you. Good afternoon, my friend.
Yes,
good afternoon.
I want to look at Ugochinya.
Yeah.
Trying to bring back the defected 27 lawmakers.
Yeah, so he said.
Yes. I look at it that these 27 lawmakers have embarked on a failed mission.
Okay.
And because our politicians here in Nigeria, for me, they don't have shame. Because them going back to PDP is like one going to lick his vomit. And indeed, they don't even have shame not even to talk about integrity. That's the way I look at it. Chinke Daniel Imogate Ozwato.
All right, thank you very much, Chinke Daniel Imogate. Paul from Port Harcourt. Paul, greetings to you.
Yeah, good day, Mr. Kalada.
I greet you. Welcome.
I have only one thing to say. In respect to the assembly, formers of assembly trying to come back through the back door. You do not throw away the two water you have in your tank at home simply because you have turbulence in the sky. The sky may rumble, may thunder, and yet it will not rain. That's food for thought. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for the food for thought. Temple from Elena, welcome. What is on your mind, Elijah?
A very distinguished Canada.
I greet you. I greet you.
Wishing you a very great weekend.
You too.
And also thank you for the wonderful job you are doing for us over here.
All right. All right.
God bless you.
And you too.
A very distinguished Canada. Are you aware that even though the lion is the king of the jungle, that does not mean that it cannot be gunned down by the hunters gun. Very much important. These lawmakers, as when they left, they thought it's going to be, business as usual. But sometimes we always say let's wait for the decision of the judiciary. But we also fail to understand that same judiciary is the product of the law. And the law is clear on this. And the law itself in our constitution has taken a position. You cannot eat your cake and have it. It's very sad. In as much as they are human, I believe they are regretting their actions now. But as they always tell us, as far as the law is concerned, it does not recognize ignorance. And ignorance cannot be equated as far as the law is concerned. So they moved and they moved. So then coming from the back door or from the front door or from the window or from the fence is inconsequential right now. The issue is that they are no longer lawmakers. But for me, I also want to appeal to Chief Tony Okocha. Integrity is something that can take one within a twinkle of an eye to demolish, but takes years to build. He should train to think and listen to his speeches sometimes, because his double standardness is, for me, I'm becoming very much ashamed.
All right.
According to him, it will take President Tinubu 50 years to build the mess in Nigeria. But he wants my own governor here, His Excellency Seminary, to perform magic. Is the president not receiving the chunk of the allocation? Are we not expecting a lot from Mr. President? He is comfortable. A conglomerate of PDP, APC made a match yesterday, and they say it's APC match. Which APC match? That is the APPDP match, my brother.
All right, then.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Thank you very much, Temple. But, okay, after Ainaya's call, I think that will be the last call for now. We'll have to take a pause on calls. Ainaya is calling from Amaewhule. Ainaya, welcome.
Yes, so good afternoon.
Yeah, welcome.
In fact, with what you are having in your program, really, our politician here, just like what Wike did the other year, said that APC is he give them so many names, but he later joined them.
He hasn't joined them yet. So he hasn't joined them
all
yet.
Right.
Let's be factual and contextual.
Okay, let us agree. So, but they are calling on him now to join.
Yeah.
And in the for the 27 May, you see, they are coming through back door, just like after delivering a child, you want the child to go back to the channel where he comes from. If the law is not there, they can be able to maneuver themselves. But as long as the law is there, they can never do it again.
All right.
Nobody ever eat his cake and have it again.
Okay. All right.
Let them rest. Hence, they did not succeed on their mission. So let them go and prepare for another time.
All right then. All right. Thank you very much, Aina. I've got to go. Thank you. My time is fast spent. But let's take a listen to what Tony Okocha said concerning his invitation to the FCD minister to join APC in River State.
Why in our banners, some of our banners, His Excellency Wike, former governor of Anas, and I answered them clearly. This is not purely APC event. This is renewed hope. Mr. President's family in River State. And I remember, you people will remember that we have been wooing him to come over to Macedonia to help us. This is again one of those attempts to woo him to come over to APC and help us so that we will continue to win election for Mr. President, particularly when election comes for 2027.
All right, so you had it there for yourself. But Dominic Linus on Facebook says, remember we're live, Nigerian for PH. Martins Amaewhule and 26 others. The transfer window is closed. You cannot defect back to PDP. The gods are not to be blamed. Okay. Caleb Abinoye says the 27 law break. All right, lawmakers. He said something else, but we go with lawmakers can't come back to PDP through the back door. Tango Ability Atwegu says there is nothing to celebrate in the 1 year in office of Mr. President because under his watch, Nigerians are hungry and unable to feed their families. All right, I think I have some other messages on Facebook, but I can't see them. I don't know why. I think the network is crazy. But we'll now look at WhatsApp, where I've got a couple of messages. I've got Anna Barry, and she says, "Greetings, Mr. Kalada. 1 year in office is a harvest of unprecedented achievements." They said achievements, actually. And you said, "It's a pity. I scored Tinubu and his ministers 0/10. Nothing to score after 1 year because it has been high cost of food, insecurity, suffering upon suffering. Lastly, how can you urge a 7 minister under APC government to join APC? Accepting the ministerial position alone shows that he's already a member of the party." But Anna, you remember he was at the BOT meeting of the PDP, so officially he hasn't joined the party. Maybe, I don't know, but officially he hasn't joined the party. All right, this one is from Hale from Oibo. PDP rep members alleging that defected River State Assembly members want to go back to the PDP through backdoor is one of those mistakes that Wike always confessed about making. Minister's scorecards. I really pity Petroleum Junior Minister. What will be his take on high price of PMS that is causing food inflation? And for Tony Okocha, asking Yesam Wike to decamp to APC, will he ask the owner of the house to come inside his house? Wike made him APC caretaker committee chairman. Ale, or is it Hale from Oibo? All right, thank you very much. This one is from, okay, let's take a listen now.
Greetings, Dr. KDB Ascetic Oye from Maitre. He has done so much for us, and yet we're still hungry. Nigeria, which way? This is exactly the kind of song the presidency should be hearing at this moment. He has done so much for us, and yet we're still hungry. The ones that we tell them to do, they will not do. The ones they feel they will do that will favor them, those are the ones they do. There is no problem. We will keep complaining and keep talking about them, but one thing is sure, no man will reign as a king forever. The tenure of these ministers will soon elapse, and they will begin to lament just as they usually do. What baffles me most in Nigeria is when a politician or any Nigerian is on seat, they go blank from knowing and feeling the pulse of the public. But as soon as they leave office, they begin to recollect all they should have done and what they would have done to fix the country. As for the minister, somebody calling over him to move over to the other side, I hope he knows that the way they are calling him to come to cancer, and he should leave malaria and move over to cancer. I know he's a smart man. He will not do it, because cancer, the little I know about cancer, is more dangerous than malaria. And that is exactly what we are suffering at this moment. We are suffering the effects and signs of cancer And I pray he doesn't make that big mistake of his life by moving from malaria to cancer. I know he will not do that.
All right.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. And this one says, good day, KD. What do you expect from those ministers? They are all singing praise songs to the masters when you have incompetent people at the helm of affairs. Our present situation is what you get. Shin and Merem Sylvester George from Ajib Estate. All right, this one says, any evil plan to bring the defected lawmakers will be strongly opposed and resisted. Let them remain in APC and learn the bitter lesson. This is a proof that God is not a man. Ezekiel Isaiah with that one. KDB, afternoon. It is finished. Nobody will save them. The Alga over there giving them hope, saying that they have not lost their seats. They will cry. They said they will cry more than newborn babies. They are gone for good or for the good of River State. Jaja Maxwell with that one. This one says, good afternoon, Kalada. I'm not surprised hearing Antonio Kocha begging Wike to join APC. I, before now, saw it coming. Kalada, can you remember back then when some people were cross-carpeting to APC? Wike was the then strongman of PDP and was challenging them. Yaya Bello said that more of the PDP members would come over. According to Bello, Wike shall also come over to APC. What happened during the 2023 general election did come to me, or I think he said didn't come to you as a surprise. Today's development in the nation and Wike's actions speak a lot. Ima Otaka in Choba. This one says, good evening. PDP reps allege Ploy to reintegrate Amaewhule-led lawmakers into the PDP. No smoke without fire, Sha. However, I am not going to take this rumor hook, line and sinker. We need a peaceful River State. That is all that matters. APC Rivers chair urges Wike to join party. Wait, you mean he's not an APC member already? Oh, wow. And this one says, ministers give scorecard. They say Tinubu's 1 year in office a harvest of unprecedented achievements. Wait, was anyone outside their circle expecting them to say otherwise? Has the fly ever testified against an open sore? One who is a judge in his own case is not wise. They just made themselves a laughing stock, drowning and wailing, dying in silence. Newton Ikire with that one. And this one says, the Amaewhule faction rejoining PDP simply means pleading guilty to the matter against the membership of the House, consequent upon their defection. It means they are to go and prepare for fresh election. Victor from Egbema. And now this one is from Emi Fiaga, and it says, on the 27 lawmakers reintegration claim by Honorable Ugochinyere, I think Honorable Ugochinyere and the PDP are merely trying to attract attention to themselves. If not, Honorable Martin Amaewhule and others have nothing to worry about. This is why Governor Sim Fubara and others are so much in haste and even making more mistakes by assuming the role of a plaintiff and the court in the state. Anybody who is crying hunger and blaming President Tinubu should tell us if agriculture is on the exclusive function of government. They should equally tell us what Governor Sim Fubara has done to cushion the effect of hunger in the state. The high cost of fuel or subsidy removal has put more money in the hands of Governor Sim Fubara. The question now is that what has Governor Sim Fubara done or is doing to reduce hunger in River State? Fiaga is asking, but let's take a listen to this now, please.
Hello, Kalada. Good evening. My name is Emmanuel from Iwafe. I thought it was a Scorecard reporting. Why are we turning to press singing? Imagining competency meeting press singers. What we have turned ourselves to. How will a minister deny away that whole Dangote is importing crude? He never today started since March. This is pure incompetency. And we are still waiting for them to show that Tinubu has done, that has made Nigeria to go plunging our economy into a mess we are in today. We use Naira to buy Naira now. Everything has gone haywire. These people are not serious. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Let's listen to
All right, good day, everyone. We have a representative from Allege Properties and Development Limited, and Mavis joins me here in the studio today. Mavis, you're welcome.
Good day, everyone. I am Mavis Gold from Allege Properties and Development Limited. We are a real estate and property company. We'll sell land, we build, we design, and then we transfer to you. We are given a special promo on all our estate. Our office is located at number 49 Old Abba Road.